Thank you. Thanks very much. Hi to everybody in our audience and to those of you watching at home, wherever you may be, all around Australia. Thanks for your company. Welcome to another exciting episode of Imperfect Match. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight, and as usual, we'll start by introducing our contestants. We've got three lovely ladies representing various ancient species of hominid who will be vying for the affection and thus selection of our man. First up is a 350,000-year-old eukaryotic beauty. She's a stocky, bold-browed grunter who hails from the European continent. Please welcome Neanne Durthol.
Well, hi Charles. I consider myself a bit of a wild type. I'm fairly cultured and sophisticated. I'm an expert markswoman and an avid pelt designer, talented open fire cook. I enjoy travelling around the tundras into glacial forests and coasts in search of the finest ingredients to feed my family. I'm like a grey nomad, except I don't have a caravan and I prefer to walk. So as you can see, I'm a rather hairy type, but I still enjoy escaping the colder climates to have some fun in the sun and work on my tan.
Level Y, you like your sharp tools. Well, we've actually got one out the back right now. Next we have a 100,000-year-old microcephalic dwarf who joins us all the way from her limestone cave in Flores, eastern Indonesia. Say hello to Flo Resiensis. Hi Flo, welcome to the show.
Hey Charles, so a little about me is that yes, I'm a dwarf, I have a small body, I'm only 1 meter tall, short legs, an extremely small brain, but what might surprise you is that I'm actually very talented in creating stone tools, so I'm definitely looking for a man who's bigger and stronger than me to butcher all those miniature elephants that I slay.
Right, geographically isolated island sounds like allopatric speciation. Our final contestant is actually Neanne's cousin. She's from the East Eurasian steppe. Please put your hands together for Denise Ovens. Welcome Denise, good luck.
Hi, well, a little bit about me is that even though my friends would describe me as a bit of a homebody, oh, you never leave the cave, Denise, blah, 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 I eventually would love to travel. It's a bit cold where I'm from in Siberia, so I've been thinking maybe trekking through Southeast Asia, going to Indonesia, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, maybe even Australia. I do currently live with roommates and I'm really close to my neighbours. Neanne is actually one of them.
Sounds like there might be some genetic linkage between you two. Good luck to you all. May the fittest species find her match tonight. Now let's bring him out from backstage. And here he is, Homo sapien. So, you're a software engineer. You've twice won the local pickleball championship. Tell us, Homer, how do you like to start your day?
Well, Charles, I like to warm the brain up first with a Wordle and a Sudoku, and then I like to do a little bit of yoga. Today I'm looking for a girl who's easygoing and has advantageous phenotypes and a great set of genes.
Great. So, Homer, you sound like quite a catch. Let's start off with the first round of questions.
Okay, number one. What do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, I enjoy long walks across the continent, herding, hunting, navigating, holidaying to warmer areas when I can. I'm very much family oriented, but I do have hopes that one day I'll be offered as a tribute, you've seen the Hunger Games, at our annual congregation of families, because I would really love to be involved in enhancing the gene pool of the population, because if I'm totally honest, I don't really fancy my brother or my cousins.
The family seems to be a priority for number one, Homer. Looks like the pressure might be on for you to create some fur babies. Number two.
In my spare time, I enjoy having campfires to roast the miniature elephants and Komodo dragons. I also camp a lot on the banks of streams and among active volcanoes.
Sounds like a fairy tale, Flo. I wonder if Homer could turn out to be your Prince Charming. And number three.
So I really enjoy making my cave as comfortable as possible. Cave sweet cave, as they say. But as for hobbies, I don't want to share all my secrets all at once. So if you want to find out more, you may have to stick around for a while until I'm ready to open up.
Thanks, Denise. Next question to number two, please, Homer.
Number two. What makes you stand out over the other contestants?
I am very adventurous. I'll give anything a crack, even if it means hunting prey that is more than double my size and camping among active volcanoes.
Not afraid of a big beast, number two. Number three.
I have super long fingers, which is perfect if you ever want to go on a nut and seed picking date, as I can reach all the hard to get places.
Contestant number one.
Well, I'm very traditional in my ways. I don't think I'm overly open to change, but I'm well organised and not as crude and unsophisticated as some have suggested. I like to share. I've perfected the art of fire management and tool making, which sure makes it easier to prepare those special date night meals.
Okay, Homer, your next question to number 3, please.
Contestant number 3, I'm looking for a lady with good traits, fine characteristics, and sexy genes. What attributes do you seek in your perfect man?
I'm looking for a man who can appreciate staying at the cave and the Altai Mountains, but eventually wants to venture out into the world. I'd prefer a guy with a nice smile, with teeth that have some unique features, so our kids could eat a bigger variety of food. I'm a bit restricted in my diet right now, just as my big chompers at the back. I think you guys might call them molars. They're the only teeth that are any use to me.
Number 1.
Well, I'd like a man with some phenotypic variation, something new and different, exotic looking, lean, with better erection than those who came before him. Ideally, he's creative and artistic, can teach me some more refined skills, loves to snuggle up by the fire, pull up a pelt, and just watch the stars float across the sky before we live happily ever after. I'm a bit of a romantic.
A more erect man who enjoys a bit of romance. Sounds like code for sexual selection to me, Homer. Okay, Homer, I'll now give you 10 seconds to think about those responses and decide on who you'd like to select.
Number 3, a little too much genetic drift for my liking. Number 2, cave dweller, 4 foot tall. Not really my type. Well, I think I'll go with number 1.
Your genome sequences are being analyzed. Interspecific interaction is confirmed. Offspring likely to produce future generations with up to 4% shared DNA. Homer and Leanne, you're off on a romantic carbon date for 75,000 years, which is lucky because Flo and Denise have now completely vanished.
Few moments later.
Carbon date started great. We coexisted for a while. The relationship deteriorated though. I'm not completely sure why. There was some fighting, the climate changed. She wasn't adaptable to it. Maybe someday someone will be able to explain to me why she left.